Hello everyone, welcome to the part 2 of Mathematics for Everyone, where we are discussing the very basic and important points related to mathematics. In previous video, in our first part, we have discussed the mathematical signs and abbreviations, right? And now in part 2, we will try to write down the Greek alphabets or letters which most of the time we use in our calculation as an engineer. If you are an engineer, obviously you will see all these symbols everywhere in your equations and in calculations. And in this same part, we will also discuss about the Roman and Arabic numbers, what these numbers actually represent. I hope most of you guys are familiar with Roman numbers from 1 to maybe 20 or 30, but after that there are some different Roman numbers which maybe you may be not familiar with these numbers. So we will discuss all these in today's video. So let's start. What does this Greek symbol means? In our part 2, we are going to start the Greek alphabets and letters. And what does this mean? This means alpha, right? And what does this mean? This means beta. And what does this mean? This means gamma. And what does this mean? This means delta. And one other important point, you can represent delta either by this, or you can also represent it by another symbol which can be drawn as this one. These both symbols represent delta. Okay. And what is the next one? We have discussed this in the previous video too. This is pi and this is theta. Right? What is this? This is known as mu, mu, mu or mu. Most of the time we pronounce it as mu. And this is pi. This one is PIA. Sorry, I have made a mistake here. PHI. This is pi and this is pi. Okay. PIA pi and this is PHI phi. And what is this? This is sigma. Okay. You can also write the symbol of sigma as this. This is also the representation of sigma. And the next is, what do we call it? This is known as omega. OMEGA, omega. And what does this represent? Either capital O or small o, O-shaped symbol. This is known as omicron. What does this symbol mean? This symbol means zeta. Okay, these are Roman alphabets and their abbreviation. We usually counter these symbols during our calculations and different equations. So that's it for the Greek alphabets or letters, and our next part is Roman and Arabic numbers. I hope everyone knows that this represents 1, this represents 2, this represents 3. sorry, 3, this represents 4, this represents 5. So if this is 5, this is 1, that means 5 plus 1 is 6. This is 7. This is 8, right? What is this? This is 9, because this symbol, the first symbol, this one shows 10, and if any number comes before that symbol, that is going to be subtracted. If comes after, that is going to be added. Like this is 10, right? This is 10. This one is coming before 10, that means we need to subtract. So 10 minus 1 is 9. This is obviously 10. And here 1 is coming after 10, that means we need to add up. So that will become 11. 10 plus 2, 12. This is 10 plus 3, 13. Sorry, 13. And this is 10, and this is 5, and 1 is coming before 5, that means that we need to subtract 1 from 5, so that will become 4, and this is 10. So 10 plus 4 is 14, and 10 and 5, 15, and this one is 10, 5 and 1, this is 16. These are very simple, but we are going to discuss some interesting Roman and Arabic numericals in the third and fourth row. So what will be this? This one will be 17. This is going to be 10 plus 5 plus 3, 18. This is 10 plus 10 minus 1. There is 19. 10 plus 10, 20, 10 plus 10 plus 1, 20 plus 1, 21. And what is this? This will be 10, 10, 10. That means 30. Now here is the important point. Before writing this one, we need to know about the L. What does L means? L means 50. Okay. So what is this number going to be? This is going to be, actually X is coming before L, right? As we have already said that if any numbers comes before, we need to subtract. If it comes after, then we need to add up. So it is coming after L. L is 50, so we need to subtract this X. X means 10. So we need to subtract 50 from, we need to subtract 10 from 50. That will be 40. So XL will be 40. What is this going to be? This will be, X is coming after, that means we need to add. L is 50, 50 plus 10, this is 60. What is this? L is 50, right? And then 10, 10, 20, 50 plus 20, this is 70. And similarly, this is going to be 80. And what is this? Before writing this, you need to know what is C. What is C? C represents 100. So I hope you can now know what these two numbers are representing. Let's try this one. C is 100, right? If C is 100 and X means 20. 20 is coming before 100, before C. That means we need to subtract. So 100 minus 20, which is 80. So you can write 80. You can write 80 in two ways. Either this or either this. Okay. And what is going to be the XC? XC means X is coming before C, right? So we need to subtract this X, which means 10, from C. C is 100. So 100 minus 10 is 90. And what is CC? One C is 100, so double C will be 200. And triple C will be 300. Simple. 4 C's will be 400. Sorry. And what is CD? Before writing CD, you must know what is D. D is 500. So here C is coming before D, so we need to subtract this C from D. So C is 100, right, and D is 500. So 500 minus D, which is 400. So again you can write 400 in two ways, either C or CD. It becomes too lengthy, so we can write it CD to make it more simple. Okay, let's move to the next one. DC. What is DC? C is coming after D, right? So we need to add. D is 500 and C is 100. That means this number represents 600. What is DCC? D is 500, C is 100, this C is 100. That means we need to add 500 plus 100 plus 100. That is 700. CM. Now before writing CM, we must know what is M. M represents 1000, right? 1000. So here C is coming before M. So as I already told that we need to subtract if it is coming before any number. So we need to subtract C from M. C is 100, right? Here you can see C is 100, M is 1000. So you need to subtract 1000, subtract 100 from 1000. That is going to be 900. And MM means 1 M is 1000 and 2 M will be 2000. Got it? So that's it. We have discussed these important points. We will close this video here, and in next video we will come up with more interesting points related to mathematics. So till then, goodbye. See you guys in next video.